Jesse's having some technical
way.
difficulties.
Sorry I beat you. I'm only looking for my creator.
Guy's not even there. Whatever. I'm fucking pissed right now.
Level 3.
Jesse froze. I know. What the hell, Jesse? Yeah, we can give him a minute. I wonder if his Wi-Fi dropped out or something. That's the worst, man. That is the worst. So I just got the Nighthawk, the Netgear Nighthawk. Oh. The Netgear Nighthawk AX 5400. That's what, yeah, I just got that one about a month ago. Uh, I mean, my like hardware speeds are good, but your router doesn't determine that. My Wi-Fi speeds are better than what it was, but it just, excuse me. I think it's my Wi-Fi provider. Yeah. Yep. I'm not hearing anything from our Twitch. Like I have the volume turned all the way up and I'm not like okay. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Seth is a good-looking dude. Nope, still cannot hear anything from Twitch. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yep, we're good. That does. I'm glad I caught it, dude. Right. Yep. We do not know. Oh, dude, in the meantime, while we're waiting for Jesse, check these out. I got some blue light blocking glasses. And let me tell you, they make me look studious as shit. Are you ready for this? This is my favorite pair right here. Oh wow.
You look like Tony Stark in those things, let me tell you.
Hell yeah. And then these ones actually are very similar to your actual glasses.
Oh. Now that is one handsome dude. It's the
Thanks,
glasses.
man.
It's the glasses.
It is. Maybe I should just rock the glasses for the stream.
We need to get a pair for Jesse now.
I know. They're from Akimbo Gaming, dude. There's like $50 for 2 pairs. But I did notice, like when I would stream after 3 or 4 hours,
Yeah.
my freaking eyes would hurt so bad.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and I've been using them the past couple streams, and they help, man. Like my eyes don't hurt, so it's good.
Yeah, I've been like I wear mine. So mine are like getting bad. My actual glasses are like getting scuffed up and scratched. So the darker it gets, like the more like glow I see around light sources. So it gets to the point where I'll just start taking them off when I'm playing with my lights off and everything. But yeah, then my eyes by the end of that are just killing me.
Yeah. Let's see where Jesse is. I'm
Yeah.
gonna message him.
Yeah, good call.
We are waiting on your stupid ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Waiting as patiently as possible.
watch him have technical difficulties. His internet is out for the rest of the night.
Oof, that would suck. It's always something. It's
Big
always gonna
oof.
be. It's always something.
Oh yeah. How's work going, dude? Working from the actual office now.
So we're actually doing the rotation still, and I'm supposed to be in the office this week, but we had a special training last week, which kind of screwed up the rotation. So I've actually been home the last 3 weeks or the last 2 weeks plus this week, and I'm back in the office next week. But it's been good. It's been August went by super fast. I don't know why. We haven't been busy, but just the whole month is like gone like that.
Yeah.
It's been nuts.
That's how it was for me, man. Like I was so busy at work in August, and I felt like it was like August 1st, then it was my birthday, and then now we're in September, and I'm like, what the hell?
Right.
We just hired 4 new guys, and so we're trying something new where we have like this mentorship program. So they picked out like a handful of kind of the top salesmen to be like mentors.
Oh yeah.
Normally it's a 6-week training program, but they switched it where it's only 2 weeks of training, and then another like month or so of like training one-on-one with your mentor and like shadowing them during sales. And then so it's a year-long thing where I'm attached to this dude as his mentor for a year,
Right.
but like the first couple months I'll be training him, and he'll be like watching me and stuff. So I've been doing that I had yesterday off, so Tuesday and then today. So it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because like this kid is starting from like ground zero.
Ooh.
But it's okay. I enjoy it. I like teaching people and training people. So
Well, it
it's
really
fun.
helps like how willing they are to learn too. Like
Yep.
if you get a good guy who really like that's what they want to do, they want to learn how to do it, and they're listening, then that's great. But if you get a guy that just like they're doing it because it's a job and they don't their heart's not really in it or whatever.
Well, it's kind of perfect because in sales, like you kind of like decide your own destiny, right? Because
Right.
it's like full commission. So if you just kind of are coming in like, oh, if I sell a car, like I sell a car. But like if you're hungry, then that's perfect. And this kid, he's coming in broke, needs to start selling car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's hungry to
Yeah,
like
he's
to
ready to
learn
go.
and be good. So it's perfect.
Yeah, that's where it's at. That's what you need to find.
I have not.
You could instill some good traits in somebody like that.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. That's exactly what I told him. I said, dude, if you're hungry enough and you're willing to put in the work, there's no reason why you won't make more money than you ever have before. And he's only 22, so like
Yeah.
I can't imagine being like 21, 22 and working in car sale. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
oh man,
I was
I'd be a
working.
lot.
I was working some real crap jobs at that age. Let me tell you, like
Yeah,
nothing serious.
I'd be a lot farther in life if if I was making the money I make now 5 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
For
that's
sure.
all right. I was in the military at the time at 22.
Man, I hope he's okay. It's not like him to just disappear off the face of the earth.
I'm assuming he had technical difficulties.
I mean, I'm assuming that as well, but I feel like he would
I
have
doubt.
had his phone. Like even if his internet went down, I would have thought he would have messaged us back on the phone. But who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows? I'm not gonna make any assumptions.
Maybe we'll give him 5 more minutes.
For sure. We're not gonna rush it.
No. No, no, no.
Well, I mean, I suppose we could technically start and talk about the 30 series cards, which he's not really going to do much participation in anyway if we'd want to. I know we've got a few people watching on my stream anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down, dude.
All right. So, welcome to the Gaming Dads Academy podcast. We are having technical difficulties with Jesse, but we will deal with those if he is able to come back. If not, then we'll just do a little short chit chat. My name is Seth. I'm currently joined with Tim. Jesse hopefully will be
Hey.
forthcoming. Tim, how's it going? Talk to me. What's it like? What's life like?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just got home from work. training up some new people. The I almost said 3000. The 30 series Nvidia cards just dropped, so I'm excited to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm great, man. What about you?
I'm doing great. Working from home still. Next week I'm back in the office for a week, then home again for 2 more. I don't know about you, but I've been doing a lot more on Twitch on streaming. A lot more Call of Duty. I'm actually going to start playing Control next week. I picked that up today off Steam, and I'm going to start playing that on Wednesday, if not sooner. I'm really excited about it. It's only $31. Go get it.
For the Steam controller?
No, sorry, for Control the game. You remember that?
Oh,
Remedy's game. Yeah. They just released it on Steam a few days ago, 27th, I think. So I picked that up. It's like $31. It's already on sale, so I'm going to start streaming that. That should be a good time. But yeah, I think we should get right into. I think my computer behind me is talking about. I need to mute that, but I think we need to get right into talking about the 30 series. I'm gonna go mute this and let's get into it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I will. I'll jump into it. So, what was it? September 1st, right? On the button, they dropped the 30 series. They dropped the 3060, the 3070, and the 3080.
Move it up one tier. 3070, 3080, and 3090. Yeah,
3090. That's right. Thank you. Dude, first of all, the performance on these are insane. Also, rest in peace to anyone who just bought a 2080 Ti.
I know.
Dude, bad.
I saw this coming like back in December. I'm like, I got this money for Christmas. I'm hanging on to this. They're due to release a new graphics card. I'm hanging on to this money, and I was tempted. The longer it took, and no news is coming out, May, June, July, nothing coming out. I'm like, ooh, them 2080s are starting to look tempting, but no, I persevered.
Yep, and the performance on it, the fact that a 3070 for $499 is just as powerful as a 2080 Ti, which is what, $1,500, $1,200.
Yeah, I think it's technically MSRP's at $999, which you're not going to find one at $999. Well, now you will, but before you weren't going to. They were averaging around $1,100 to $1,200.
Dude, that's huge, especially with everything going on with COVID now.
Oh yeah.
Prices of PC parts have skyrocketed. So that was huge, man, to see those price points, because I honestly was expecting $999.
Oh. I was thinking they would be in line with the 2080s for sure.
Yep, absolutely. And that opens up their market so much for those people that, maybe $1,500 is the budget for their entire computer, not just their graphics card. Because now you could get you could buy a 3070 for $500. That still leaves you another $1,000 to processor, power supply, RAM, motherboard. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's what Ginja Games in your Discord was talking about, or maybe he was talking about it in mine, where he was thinking about getting the 3080, but once he saw these prices, he's like, well, heck, I'm going to upgrade my RAM, I'm going to upgrade, my CPU and my case, and get a 3070, and I'm solid,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, for the same price of what he was expecting to pay, I was getting all these other upgrades. It's ridiculous. $699 for the 3080, and it's going to be Titan X level performance. And then let me tell you, I not going to do it because I would probably be a single man if I did, but that 3090 looks sexy.
Oh, dude, it looks good. I'm already like planting the seeds in my wife's head of like, hey, yeah, the 3080 just dropped, and she's like, no, you don't need that, and I'm like, it's just money. We'll make more.
Right. I've been working on my wife all year. So like she knew in December when I had that money, I'm like, this is going for a new graphics card. It's what it's going for. And she's every time it comes up, she's like, well, if you got the money, you can buy it, but don't expect to take it out of the joint account. I was like, fine. But oh my gosh, that 3090 is tempting. Like it's only twice what I've already saved.
Yep.
It's only gonna be half off. Or half of
I'm excited to see how popular Nvidia becomes, because obviously it's in Nvidia or Radeon. You have no other options. However, I feel like the only reason Radeon is popular is because of their price point.
Yes,
So now
price
that
performance.
in yep, price to performance. That's why I have a Radeon card. Is I paid $200 for an 8 gig card. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now
You have
that
the
NVIDIA
R80, right? The R580, I mean.
RX 590.
590. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So now that Nvidia's down in that price point, that sub $1,000 price point, that's going to be
They're-
huge, man.
I mean, AMD has to be losing their minds right now because all the rumors that I've seen about Big Navi and RDNA 2 is like the new 5900 XT or whatever their new card's supposed to be is more powerful than the 2080 Ti by like 15% or something like that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but we got 3080s right around the corner. Why are you comparing these new AMD cards to 2-year-old NVIDIA cards when we know new NVIDIA cards are coming, and then NVIDIA drops a bomb with the performance and the price of these cards?
Yep.
I'm still astounded. I'm a 37-year-old grown man, and I was literally jumping up and down in my kitchen when I saw that $699 price point. I am glad I was home alone because it was embarrassing.
That's so funny. I was actually, what was I doing on September 1st? I was working and I was getting so in my Discord, I was getting all the updates. People were talking about it in my Discord and in your Discord.
Right.
And I couldn't jump up and down because I was at work probably selling a car, but I was very, very excited to see that for sure.
I was luckily that I was
the
working
only-
from home.
Yeah. The only issue that I have is because that price point is so low, it's going to be extremely hard to get your hands on it. And I'm wondering how badly they're going to be price gouged.
Oh, I've already heard that supply is expected to be limited. With these, so that's a concern, and I'm actually tempted to instead of going. So I always buy EVGA, like always.
Yeah.
I'm seriously tempted to just buy a reference edition when it comes out, because otherwise I'm gonna have to wait probably. Like, I mean, I haven't set it up to notify me to when they come out for pre-order, but if Nvidia doesn't do a pre-order or EVGA doesn't do a pre-order, then I'm not gonna not gonna wait. I'm not gonna miss out.
See, my thing is I'm like I want one, but I'm not. My PC works perfectly fine. I can stream
Right.
HD 60 frames a second. I can play all the games that I have at max settings. Like, I'm not hard pressed for a new graphics card. So if I have to wait until December, January to get it, I'm fine with that. But I will absolutely get it once they become available, and if they're not price gouged to shit.
Yeah. Welcome back, Jesse. We're talking graphics cards.
Yeah.
We figured we'd.
I don't know what happened. I had to shut my computer off, and then when I shut it off, it decided to update on me.
Oh,
And
Windows
then
10.
when
That's
it-
Windows 10 for you.
Yeah. When it turned back on, and then I got Discord going. Discord wanted to update.
Well, we figured
So-
we'd tackle this topic while you were indisposed. So
Yeah. I mean,
We figured that you probably would not have too much input
Yeah.
on it.
But to
No,
your
I can just say I will not be getting in it.
Nvidia,
It's not in my budget.
But to your point,
actually,
Tim.
though, it may be.
Oh yeah, it might be.
Oh yeah.
The new price is
Just
$499 for 3070, and the 3060s when they come out, I mean that's gonna be like a $360 card that's gonna topple the 2070 Ti or 2070 Super for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah, and to
That's-
your
that's
point, Tim,
pretty
this is
cool
a
if you
first
do it.
world problem. I do not need a new graphics card either. Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
I want it. I need it. Like, I want it as soon as I can. I don't quote unquote need it, but I need it.
Well,
Yeah.
in your defense, though, you've been planning on this
Yes.
since December. Whereas for me, I'm like we talked about it a couple months ago,
Yep.
and I was like, oh, new and shiny.
Yeah, let's get it.
Let me spend my money. You know what I mean? Because I'm reckless like that.
Right.
But you've been planning on this.
I
lot
have been
longer
waiting
than I have.
and
Yeah.
waiting. My body is ready. So
My
ready.
my eyeballs are ready for 360 frames a second.
Look, when I decided to start streaming, I made the personal sacrifice and switched my primary monitor to a 1080p panel, so I could get better frames for streaming and for playing like Warzone and stuff like that. My 4K monitor is sitting off to the right, not used to the potential that it can be, just waiting to be juiced. So I need that 3080 so I can
That's funny.
switch back and we start streaming 4K, 60 plus frames, and buttery smooth, beautiful glory.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say
No,
about
that'd
that.
be good.
Well,
I'm excited.
Who knows? Maybe when I build a PC, I'll probably, hopefully, try to fit that in there somehow. Start off with a brand new part in there.
Heck yeah, dude. Especially just like Seth said, the 3070 being $500, and if your budget is $1,500, that leaves you another $1,000 for literally every other part.
And if you ride the AMD CPU bandwagon, you can get a really decent CPU from AMD for real cheap. You can get a case for real cheap if you are willing to make some compromises.
Yeah,
Power supply, don't
absolutely.
cheap out on that. Get a good power supply. Motherboard, you don't have to spend a lot on a motherboard. RAM prices are dropping, so you don't even really have to spend a lot on RAM right now. You can probably build for $1,000 a 3070 based PC and be very happy with it.
I told you all about the story how when I cheaped out on a power supply in my first build, it caught on fire.
I don't think I've heard that story, but I've heard similar stories.
So I cheaped out on, so I built, I'm like 8th grade, building my first computer. I'm working part-time at this feed store, making like $8 an hour. And so I'm slowly like piecing this computer together. Well, I don't even remember the price of it, but I buy this cheap ass power supply. My first indication that it was not a good power supply, it came in a white box, no labeling.
No label?
No, just a white box. Build it. I would go take it over to my buddy's house. We'd have a LAN party, and on load, like when after a couple hours of using it, there'd be this super high pitched whine coming out of my computer, and all my friends would be like, "Dude, what is your computer sounds like it's gonna explode?" And I'm like, it just does that.
It's
like,
fine.
It's fine. Nope. We were playing video games one time at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and just smoke just starts pouring out of my computer. And my buddy, it was his house, picked up my computer, ripped all the cables out of it, run over to the kitchen, throw the sliding door open, chucks my computer out the window.
Ooh. Can we get an F in the chat for Tim's 8th grade computer, please?
Yeah.
It's brutal, dude.
Yeah,
Brutal.
that's the one part of your PC you cannot cheap out on, because if you spend $1,000 on your graphics card, $1,000 on your motherboard, CPU, RAM combination, and you buy a $50 non-80 plus certified power supply, it's like you're just pissing on the rest of your parts, because it's gonna kill it, and your power supply is gonna catch on fire, it's gonna short out, and you're gonna get your buddy throwing your computer out at the kitchen door. That's what's gonna happen.
Friday, it'll be my wife throwing it out
There
if I
you
do
go.
that.
That's right.
Don't
Well, that's
do
what I
it.
got you guys for. You know, when I'm about ready to start shopping for one, I'll just hit you guys up, and this way I don't make mistakes.
Yeah, well, one of my
Perfect.
buddies on my stream here was just saying, he's actually the guy that gave me the Xbox. He was saying he's ready to start working on putting a PC together. So I'm gonna help him out, make sure we get the
Heck
right
yeah.
stuff. My son, my oldest son, the one who lives with his mother, he's actually saving up right now for a new build. He's going all out. He's gonna try and do a $1,800 build. We'll see if we can get that much money saved up, but I'm gonna help him out with that too. So that's fun. That's fun. Teaching the youngins,
Yeah.
the youngins how to do it right.
Cool. Right on. So we covered that. There's really no other big news, I don't think. Am I right?
Well, there was the Nintendo
The
Shadow
Nintendo
Drop
stuff,
Day
yeah.
a little direct today. So if you're into Mario, it's the 35th anniversary of Mario this year. They're releasing a bunch of stuff. One thing that's really cool, they are releasing this. It's like an AR Mario Kart. Okay, so they're releasing these little remote-controlled Mario Kart cars that you can buy that have a camera on it, and you have your Switch and you control it with your Switch, and the camera feeds a video image back to your Switch, and it's got AR elements, so you can see the racetrack and like your power ups and all that, and then digital racers. So the car, your car, is a physical, real car driving around your living room or wherever. But on
Oh,
your
no way.
screen, you can see the other cars and everything like that. And if you have someone bring over their car, you can have two-player physical cars racing each other. And if like you shoot one of the real cars with a turtle, the car just stops for a second. Like, since it's obviously not going to explode, so it just
So it's
stops
like
for a
a
second. and
remote
goes.
control car.
Yeah, but Mario Kart on the Switch.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I definitely would look.
sick.
I think it's a. Let me see what it was called. I would definitely look that up on YouTube if you're interested in it. Mario Kart. Mario Kart Live Home Circuit is what it's called. It's
Huh.
really cool. I would
Yeah.
definitely. I'd check that out. Because if you don't have a Switch, like if you have a Switch and you're into Mario Kart, like if they're not super expensive, I'm probably gonna buy one, just because it's super cool. My kid would love that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But
I'm
and then they're
interested.
releasing Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy. They're releasing, it's a new Mario All Stars. They're calling it Mario 3D All Stars. So if you remember the Mario All Stars on Super Nintendo that they released way back when, they're doing it again with the Switch with those 3 games, and then Super Mario 3D Land, I think is what it is coming to Switch as well. So if you're into Nintendo, you're into Switch and Mario, that's some news. If you're not, then it's not, I guess. But I think that was
Right
the only
on.
other news that I can think of.
Cool.
One thing I did see today was if you guys watched The Mandalorian, they got out a release date for the season 2 premiere.
Oh
It's gonna be on
yeah,
October 30th.
yeah, I did see that. It's really
So
exciting.
I'm excited for that.
I need to
I've not
rewatch it.
watched The Mandalorian, but I was just talking to my wife about it. I had a customer that was selling this couple of vehicle, and we were talking about Star Wars and stuff like that. And they were saying that the Mandalorian series is really good, and
Yep.
my wife and I should watch it. And I was like, "Well, my wife is not a Star Wars fan. Like, I can't get her to get into it." And they were like, "No, you don't need to have any sort of Star Wars knowledge.
Yeah.
Your wife would like it." I wanna start watching it.
Yeah, I would definitely
Yeah.
would. If you have Disney Plus, you gotta watch The Mandalorian. You gotta watch The Imagineers, and you gotta watch Hamilton. At least those 3. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
I will.
All right. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna rewatch season 1 just to kind of get
Oh
re-caught
yeah.
up.
I'm gonna watch about a week before it releases. This
Yeah.
way, as soon as I finish the season 1 finale, I can start season 2, and it's
Heck yeah.
continuing.
Right on.
So
Well, we could jump into the main topic then, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Yes,
so
we
you guys
can. Jesse, take it away.
Jesse, you're the
Alright.
yeah, take it away,
Alrighty,
buddy.
I'll go ahead and do it. Alright, so one game that it instantly popped into my head when I saw this in our little
Wait, did we announce what our topic was?
No,
I
no. Let's,
oh we
I
didn't
did not-
oh okay
No, no, no.
I don't
no,
want to.
no.
I just don't want to confuse anybody.
okay yeah no okay so the topic is games that were generally hated by pretty much everybody else that we actually enjoyed a lot. And when I saw this, the first thing that popped into my head was Mass Effect Andromeda. It was
Yeah.
it's another Mass Effect game that I'm talking about, but I mean, it's seriously, if you look up the reviews and everything like that, it got a really bad rep to the point where I think a week after it came out, it went from $60 to $15.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are you
just
serious?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It went crazy though. All the DLC that was planned for it got canceled because of all the bad reviews it got. So the story is basically stuck where it's at now. But I enjoyed the game. Like it was I think people were upset because it's not following. It follows the trilogy a little bit, but there's really no mention of anybody from the previous games except for like a couple of dialogue options. But it's its own new story, which is what we needed based off of the ending of the third game.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It's pretty cool because you're obviously going to a new galaxy. You're
Right.
figuring out all these new things. You're not starting off in a full galaxy where you're already, got colonies everywhere. You got to establish colonies and basically build your way up into this new galaxy, which is pretty cool.
I feel like it
But-
could have been cool. Wasn't like the biggest issue with that game not so much the story and the gameplay as much as it was just how unfinished it was, like the graphic, like with the
Yeah.
bugs and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
there was it was released with a lot of bugs. when it came to the hardcore Mass Effect fans like myself and stuff like that, it came down to the story and
Did it?
what it followed. Because basically it hardly ever mentioned the original trilogy. I think you only hear about Commander Shepard in like a video log as a side quest or just as intel kind of. You only hear about him and a couple of other characters and some hints and like Easter eggs and stuff like that to the old trilogy. But other than that, it's its own new thing. If you follow the main quest, it is really short. You can
Is
finish it in probably a day and a half. Just doing no side quest, no nothing, just
Did you finish it then?
beginning to end. Yes, I finished
Yeah.
it. It took me about a week and a half. I did most of the side quests, didn't do all of it, because I accidentally started the end game without realizing
I
it.
hate doing that.
Yeah, it was. Usually they give you a warning. This
Right.
time, no warning,
What do you mean
So
by
I
you
just,
started the end game?
and I accidentally started it, but it was really cool.
Well, like in some games, I know.
it.
Yeah, in some games I know they'll like give you a warning, like, hey, if you proceed, like you're moving into the end of the game, you won't be able to go back. So finish anything you need to finish. Like that's something they've started putting into a lot of new games. I think Red Dead might have done something like that. And there was another game that I recently played that said, hey, if you proceed, you're done. So make sure you've got everything done. I think it was Far Cry New Dawn did that, where it gave me a warning
Yeah.
before I went and like did the last mission or whatever. So.
Yeah.
But because that's true, like a lot of times I've started the end of a game and did not realize it, and I had stuff I wanted to finish.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
like another Mass Effect game that did this was the first one because I just beat it the other day, so I was doing a 100% playthrough, but I started the last mission and didn't realize that, hey, I can't go back and do any side quests after I beat the game. So I started the side quest and then it continued and gave me another side quest to finish, but I never got to finish it. Mass Effect 3, they gave you a warning before you started the end game. But yeah, and then it also had a multiplayer, which I never really played. It was a wave type of multiplayer. You
Oh,
play with
yeah.
three other people, and you just fought off waves. But I mean, generally, I liked the story. It was pretty interesting. You know, you play as either or of your twins, Sarah or Scott Ryder, and you're just going out exploring, building a new world, and stuff like that. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I'm going to play it again, but I can see why people don't like it. But I enjoyed it. I wish they finished and gave us the DLC
Yeah.
because there's a lot. Because they are making another one that they talked about. We just don't have any information on it. If it continues from the Andromeda storyline, it's going to be a lot of stuff that they got to answer from the first game that did not get answered in DLC or in
Well, would they give them the
base
time to
game.
finish it this time?
Yeah. And that's another thing too. I think because they were both working on Anthem.
Yeah.
I think this was developed by Bioware, but not by Bioware Montreal. If I'm correct, I might be wrong, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they
But,
tried to rush both
they were
games
also
out.
developing. Yeah, and they rushed Anthem and this game out, and I know Anthem didn't receive as good as score or reviews, but I know
No, it was
did
bad.
better.
I played it for a little while. It was bad. It was a cookie
Yeah.
cutter looter shooter. It was not.
Hmm.
It did not hold my interest for more than a couple hours.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, not a 10 out of 10 game, but it's definitely not worth going down to $15 a week after
Yeah.
release.
I've never even
So-
heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I thought-
kind of funny because the game I was going to talk about did a very similar thing, where it dropped the
It's-
price almost immediately.
and I bought it release night too. So when I saw that, I was like,
Oh,
I spent $60 on this game, and now it's $15, brand new.
Yeah.
And yeah, man,
Rip.
But, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. I still play it. I still have it, so I'll be playing it again and live streaming it.
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Seth, what is yours?
So I'm not gonna say I love this game because I don't, but I do really enjoy it, and a lot of people really like to just hate on it, and that's Fallout 76, which is another game that almost shortly after release they discounted it to like $45, and then like a couple of weeks after that discounted it back down to $30, and that's the game that I bought full price like shortly after release. So I get it. I don't really see what all the hate is about, though. I mean, it's buggy, but it's also a Bethesda game, so it's nothing I didn't expect. it was a little unbalanced when I was playing it, and there's not a ton of in-game content, I guess. But if you're playing with friends, it is a lot of fun. It's basically playing Fallout 4 with friends. But I'm not, and then there was just a lot of controversy like around Bethesda at the time anyway, because they were saying they were going to give out like bags, and the bags were really cheap and crappy, and the PR around the game itself wasn't great. But I mean, if you liked Fallout 4, I feel like you'll like Fallout 76. Now, there were no NPCs when the game first came out. It was only player characters, and then enemies. But they have since released the Wasteland expansion, which was a free expansion, and that added NPCs back into the game, which makes it more like online Fallout 4. But I still play it every once in a while. If I don't have anything else to do, I'll just hop on and just run around for a little while. But I think it's still pretty fun. Can't say I love it, but I also could not think of any games that I did love that are really hated. This is probably the closest I could come up with.
See, Fallout should have been on my list of games that people love that you hate.
Yeah.
I got Fallout 4. I think my brother bought me Fallout 4 Christmas one year, and dude, I didn't understand the game
Right.
at all.
Well, it's a
I tried to
Bethesda
get
game.
into- I know, and I should have realized that, right?
Yeah.
That like you're on your own kind of thing, unless you've been playing like Fallout original or
Right.
1 or whatever. But like, dude, I got to like the first portion where you start to like, what I can remember, like you're building up like a town or your like
Oh, yeah.
bunker
And
or
Sanctuary.
something.
Yep, you're building up Sanctuary.
Yeah. I was like, yep, I'm out. Like I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing.
To be fair, base building is the least favorite part about that game. People don't defend
Yeah.
that game. And to be even more fair, Fallout 4 before 76 was the least popular of the modern Fallouts. I mean, people like it.
Was
Like
it?
it's a really fun game. They don't hate it, but they would generally rank it probably Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, and then Fallout 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's still
I wouldn't
good.
even think
but-
they'd put Fallout like 1 or 2 above 4.
Well, I mean, some people definitely would, but it's a Fallout 1
I
and
think it's
2
a-
is more of an isometric RPG,
Yeah.
whereas this is
I
like
think
a
that's the
first-person
OG
shooter
Fallout
RPG.
players that would
Yeah.
do that. But yeah, I same thing with Fallout 76 and Andromeda. I had my wife buy 76 for me for like, because I think it came out around Christmas time.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, this is the game I want. Because I remember 6 months before this game got announced, I was talking to my buddy Jared, and I was like, hey, Fallout 4, they need that, but they need it with multiplayer. Like, that'd be the perfect thing ever. You know, like, you go, like, hunting with your
Right.
buddies, you know, and doing side quests, building, base building. I thought that would have made base building more fun. And then this game gets announced, so I'm like super hyped for it because I was just talking about it, and it just failed completely. I think one of the main reasons why I didn't like it was because there's no NPCs.
Yeah, that was a big problem for a lot of people. But
And
and they
you're
did add them
talking to,
in
like,
just too
Mr.
little, too
Handies.
late.
Yeah, like you get your side quests just from the robots and the Mr. Handies, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And there's just no life into it. And like you said, unbalanced. It was really unbalanced. I played it the first night for 2 hours. I got on the next night, and all I'm coming across is just dudes in the mech suits. I forgot what they're called, but they're
Power
like in the
armor.
mech suit. Yeah, the power armor, and they have all the big guns, and they're like level like 100 or whatever. I'm like, how'd you guys? Like, did you guys like not get off at all? And I'm still like, I think I'm level 15 barely
Yeah.
still in that game, just because I have not really touched it at all, and I just can't get
Well,
back
and loot
into it.
drops were super unbalanced. You could fight and kill elite enemies and get literally nothing from them.
Yeah.
So that was another big complaint. And I mean, it did have a lot of cool things though. Like one thing you could do is each server had some nuclear launch silos and launch codes that you
Oh,
could
yeah.
find, and you
That was
could
pretty
nuke
cool.
parts of the server. So what you would do is you would find those codes, you would nuke a portion of the map, and that would spawn raid level enemies that you would go with. The whole server was basically supposed to go and attack those because you get like 20 people per server, maybe something like that. And the idea was that would be the raid boss, and you would all kind of fight the raid boss and get loot. Well, when you would do that, the nukes were cool. Like watching a nuke go off, because you could see it from basically anywhere in the map. It was really cool. Yeah. But the drops for those raids were trash.
Yeah, I remember
remember too, the first night me and my buddy were playing, we were running around and someone had already set off a nuke.
Yeah.
And I think this was like a day after release, and yeah, it was just like crazy unbalanced and stuff like that. But I remember it was. I feel like if it would have been released with NPCs,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot better.
Now, if you can
Even
get with a
the
group,
unbalancedness, I think it would have
yeah.
been better.
But if you can get with a group, it is a lot of fun. Like I played with
Yeah.
some randoms, and we played for hours. It was a lot of fun. But if you're just playing by yourself, it gets dull fast.
Yeah, and then I think about the nukes. If I'm not wrong, they stayed that way on that particular server.
On
Like,
that,
area
yeah,
was
until
nuked. Yeah,
until it reset. I think it I'm not sure how often it reset, or if everybody left the server. But when you
Yeah.
came to a new server, I mean, I guess it depends on if they'd launched it or not yet. But yeah, they reset eventually. I just don't know when. I can't
what I
remember.
did see that I kind of laughed at when you told me about the Wastelanders edition a couple episodes ago. They have a battle royale mode.
I know. I don't know
And
how
I
that works.
tried it.
Because the combat
Really?
is so dumb in that
Yeah.
game. It's so
Yeah,
bad.
it's not a battle royale type of game. It's barely like you can. It's hard enough fighting NPCs in Fallout 4 because this is the same exact game as Fallout 4. It's just a different title with multiplayer. And doing battle royale in that way, it was just horrible. I mean, I almost won, but it was horrible.
Yeah.
And it's not they basically took the Battlefield 5 theme where I think it was like lava or fire, which was the circle, and that's basically what's enclosing you. But it closes too fast, and you don't run fast enough. So most of the time you're getting trapped inside that fire. You're barely up against the edge.
Yeah, I never played it. I actually I'm just now getting to the point where I am enjoying Warzone's battle royale, and so that's what I've been playing
Yeah.
lately. But any other battle royale, I've had no interest in until I started playing the new Call of Duty one. So I'd never touched it. I don't know anything about that. But that's my game. It's
Yeah.
not.
I agree with
Loved,
that.
but-
It's enjoyable, but
Yeah.
it's enjoyable with people.
Yeah, you need a group. You need a group for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's others if I would think about it, but this was actually a hard topic for me. I could not really think of any games that
Yeah.
I loved that are generally hated. So
And that's what I was just about to say, that I suck and I like. Whoop! I just bonked my microphone. I don't have any. Like, I feel like all the games that I played were pretty decently popular.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm
'Cause
kind of
we-
like a boring gamer anyway. Like, I play. Yeah, like I don't know. I never really play like story mode games. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm pretty cookie cutter. So
well, I'll try a lot of
I
games.
think I mentioned that you seem more like a first person multiplayer shooter kind of
Yep.
Yeah.
gamer anyway. Like
for sure.
because I know you mentioned playing Assassin's Creed. Did you ever continue playing that, or did you kind of just stop playing it?
I stopped playing it. I played it. I bought it. I played it for like 20 minutes, and I was like, "It's a no for me, dog."
You did
And
play Fallen Order though, right? You finished that one, didn't you?
I haven't finished it. That's like the one. Sorry, that's the one story mode game that I actually do like, and it just comes down to, again, like when I have the free time
Right.
to like sit down and play, I would rather play something like Warzone, and it's kind of gotten to the point now where like if I'm playing video games, I'm streaming.
Same.
So
Yeah.
Well, and that's
you
why
know,
I've started
you don't-
devoting Wednesdays to non-Warzone games because I'll stream something that's. I mean, this week I actually did stream Warzone just because I was tired and I didn't really want to do a game that I had to focus on too much. But normally on my Wednesday streams, I'll stream something like I've been doing Spiritfarer. I'm gonna start doing Control, and I'll do something other than Warzone because I know when I get on Friday and Saturday with my friends, we're gonna stream Warzone. So.
Yeah.
That's how I get other games in, is by doing my midweek streams with something else.
yeah, no, that makes sense.
But yeah,
But, I
you're
mean,
boring,
it's-
Tim. Get more games.
Sorry.
Get more fun games.
I'm a terrible co-host.
But
dare
I mean, it's because since I think we are like, I would call us pretty legit gamers, that we kind of agree with the general population when a review comes out for a game, or like
Yeah.
we pretty much all have the same thought and feel of a game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a hard topic, but I mean,
Well, and
I think
especially now I'm
the-
of the age where I don't have time for crap. So if it's legitimately not good, I'm not going to play it. Even if it's a game that
Yeah.
technically is good, if it requires a lot of my time and attention that I can't invest, I'm not going to play it just because I don't have that kind of time anymore. I'm getting too old for this. So
and I think a part of the reason why I like Mass Effect so much, I'm just a Mass a fanboy, honestly. So I that's why I gave that game a chance, and I'm still giving it chances. But
Oh, for sure.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's a pretty hard topic, man, because
It is. It was.
especially if
Definitely.
you only play one game. I mean,
Yeah. If all you play is Warzone,
Are you shooting shots at me right now? Come on.
the shade is
That
getting pretty
especially-
dark.
Yeah, it's getting shady over here, especially if you only play one game.
It's calling you
wait
out.
wait for Diablo 4 and Overwatch to come out.
Oh,
dude.
Diablo 4. We have to play that when it comes out. I'll be picking that up day one. We need to play. We'll do a co-stream because I'll probably do a console, so you can get in on that, Jesse. 8
Yeah.
months later when they release it on consoles.
when
perfect.
is that going to be coming out?
Oh, next
Who
year
knows?
sometime,
Who
I
knows?
think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then. See,
2024.
by the time
Yeah.
it probably comes out, I'll have
You're
a
roboting. You
Yeah.
sound like a
few-
robot.
I'll be good to go. So
It'll come out right around the same time the Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6 comes
Dragon,
out, so
you know,
which is
Wi-Fi,
never.
All right. Well, Jesse's sounding like a robot. I suck at the
Yeah,
topic. Oh, you're back. Cool. Perfect. I sucked at picking a game that everybody hated that I loved. It was a good episode, guys. I appreciate it. Jesse,
yeah,
if you
sorry
want.
for not being there
Yeah.
for the.
No, it's
for
alright.
the
We
first
nerded
half
out.
of it.
We nerded out for a
That's
little bit
fine.
on graphics cards, so you're good, man. No worries. It happens.
Yeah,
At least
Yeah,
we
well,
hit it.
yeah. I'm just glad I was able to get back in. I was kind of worried for a second when my computer didn't want to finish updating. I was like, holy crap.
That's funny.
Am I not gonna be able to come in this week? But yeah, so I'll go ahead and link all of our social media in the description below. You can check out Tim and Seth's stream. I'll put their links down and check them out. Give us a follow. Follow us on Facebook. Join the Discords. Let us know what you guys want to talk about, and then let us know what games you guys didn't like, if there's
Yeah.
any. So.
Hit it up.
True.
But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Sorry, I was kind of here late, but
No, you're good.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yep.
All right, let me end these streams real quick.
yeah.